Welcome back to Daytona at Sandown Park Racecourse. My name is Johnny, and this evening you join me for round one of the Thursday Night League. Lights are green and away we go. Very short run up to turn one. Okay, not a bad start. Everyone keeping very tight into turn one, apart from that kart taking a spin. Thursday Night League is Daytona's 12-round competition, which runs from July to January. You don't have to commit to every round, and results are taken from your best 8 sessions, which is handy if you have commitments elsewhere and can't attend every event. I have already qualified for this race and placed 8th on a grid of 15 drivers. There are also 2 classes racing, lightweights at minimum of 75 kilos and heavyweight also at minimum of 90 kilos. I'm in the lightweight class. This is pretty important to know, as if you're underweight in any of these races, you won't get scored. You'll need to book your session online and then contact Daytona by phone or email and reserve your ballast. The ballast is simply a seat insert with additional weight attached. It's an effort to try and make all karts equal and rely purely on the skill of each driver. Okay, intro done. Let's get back into the race. We are currently on lap 2, but happy to report that I'm holding position. In my previous video at Daytona, I was racing on the GP circuit, which I'm a little bit more familiar with. Tonight, however, I've turned up and they've switched it to the alternate layout, which I've never raced on. Up ahead are karts 21 and 22, Henri and Charlie. Coming in a tad hot behind is kart 16, Indy. And as we approach turn 1, Indy has the inside line and carries position through the next turn, while I'm totally losing speed as I attempt to follow. Coming in close behind is kart 31, Monty. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Most likely too much braking. Next up is turn 4, which I'm liking, although clipping the curb on the right does tend to throw you out too wide as you come back out onto the straight. The curbing seems pretty harsh on this circuit, which doesn't help as I seem to be magnetised to them. This is the main straight on this layout and it feels very fast. Because of that, I'm overrunning my braking point there, which is a lot earlier compared to the usual GP layout. Monty is hoping they can make the move on me as we take the grid straight onto lap 3, but I do maintain position. Let me try and keep my place as we take the next couple of turns. Coming up fast on turn 3, quite a challenging part of the track as I think it runs off camber. And then back to what I was saying before about turn 4 here. Clip the corner too much, as Monty does, and it completely bounces you across the track, losing bucket loads of time. Bonus for me though, as I can focus up ahead and not behind me, at least for the moment. Yep, Monty's miles away now. Trying to resist the urge to enter this corner too late, as you would do on the GP circuit. Quick reactions to miss Indy as he makes friends with the tyre wall. Up ahead is Henri, going to see how the next 3 laps play out behind him. Turn 1. Getting close, but he soon pulls away, which is clearly showing that I need to work on that corner. Let me try and decrease my distance to him on the next couple of turns. No, I'm not quite there yet. Once again, clipped that corner too much, which has reduced my speed. This is usually turn 1 on the GP circuit. Around this point, you would normally start braking for the right-hand turn, but not tonight. On the alternate circuit, your accelerator pedal is welded firmly to the floor. Turn 8 and onto the grid straight. Back again onto turn 1. Have I learned anything from the previous lap so that I can get closer to Henri? Not yet, he's still pulling away from me. I do see some traffic up ahead, which may give me a chance to gain position. Yeah, Henri grabs a load of curb as he goes wide. Still manages to pull away though. Okay, this is part of the session that starts to get exciting as I feel myself edging closer. Staying well clear of kart 33. And I think Henri is panicking somewhat as he tries a new move there. Looks like I brake a little late as I may be getting impatient as I have now been in tow for a few laps. Turn 1, any improvement from me here? I don't think so, more likely that Henri was slow this time. But I have good pace, and as we head towards turn 3, can a move be made? No, not yet. He must be feeling the pressure now. Yep, you know I'm here, Henri. Let's watch the next few seconds play out as it gets pretty spicy. Just about hanging in there. Can I beat him to turn 6? Yes, such a great feeling when you get the move done. And on lap 18, I am ahead as we once again take turn 1. Trying to keep nice and tidy as I continue to learn this sequence of turns. As we look behind, there's even some space to play with. Quick look over my shoulder. Now the dynamic has shifted from being the hunter to the hunted. And there's no time to relax. Mega shot from the rear view GoPro as we take the back straight. I was about to say keep the strap, Johnny, but overshoot that last turn. What's that going to cost me? Yep, he's definitely back in business as I stumble across the curbing. Time is running out as we take lap 19, and my new objective is to simply keep Henri behind me until the checker flag. Well, no chance of that. He will be feeling the pressure, so I just have to keep to what I know and not try anything too fancy. Just keep patient. Okay, at least I'm keeping fairly close. Looks like Henri goes a little wide, which allows me to once again take the inside line onto turn 5. Panic as I look side to side. Yeah, he's definitely still on me. But I once again keep the inside line, but only just as I go wide of the curb and chop away at the steering. Turn 8 and Henri tries a late move and completely slams me into the tyre wall. Okay, I think he sees his error and lets me take back position. That was pretty intense, a lot more intense than it looked in camera, and I do recall feeling quite shaken up afterwards. I think this has to be the last lap, I reckon. Keep to the plan on these few remaining turns, which can be tricky when you've just had a spill. Henri, of course, still wanted to make his move. He's so close, you can see the shadow of his car on track. Yep, he's coming in close and itching to take back position. There he is. His attempt to turn the car in spooks me somewhat. Quick check behind to see who's in tow. And as we take turn 8 for the last time, the checker flag is shown. That's it. Race over. Well, that was quite a session, despite my tyre war adventures, which was thrilling but quite scary. Racing alongside drivers like Henri, swapping positions back and forth, really elevates your racecraft very quickly. And that's what these sessions are all about. This was round 1 of the Thursday Night League, for which there is 12 rounds in total. Post-race, I was pretty critical of my efforts in this session. I thought I would do better, but of course, that's not reality. Over the next few rounds, I will learn that many of the drivers that take part in these races are extremely experienced, very fast, and highly competitive. The idea I could just turn up and outperform drivers who are vastly experienced and ultimately very skilled is now quite laughable looking back. But that's okay. If you're serious about racing, you will want to be at the back of an experienced grid, working your way up, as opposed to just karting with novice drivers where you're winning every time. In this session, I qualified 8th out of 15 drivers and finished 9th place. My fastest time was 56.06, which was the 3rd quickest time of the session, which is a nice little bonus. Thank you as always for watching, and look forward to seeing you next time on track. 21.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's alright, man. Good
No, that was
race.
exciting racing, bro.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.